Hello. There we are.
Boom.
Welcome to Friday and opening day. If you're not a baseball fan, leave right now.
If you're not a baseball fan, you struck out.
There we go. All right. Now, seriously, so if you're first time joining us, it's our market update, kind of going over the market. I'm going to just jump over the quick numbers. On Monday, I kind of went over probably selling, under contract, pending, everything like that. So right now, we did hit in San Diego County as a whole, hit that number under 4,000 single family condos, townhomes, row homes, under 4,000.
Under 4,000.
Last June, we were at around 7,800 and we're at 3,900 now. So fun times. Pending, we're at 4,800. 4,800 properties, close to 49, 1,000 difference. We still have more active properties above 700,000 than we do under contract. So we're 2,000 active with around 1,800, close to 1,900 pending. The fun actually starts under 700,000 when we're talking about 1,500 compared to close to 3,000 pending properties. So again, if this is your first time joining us, coming soon properties are a big thing now. We have 190 coming soon properties on the market. Now, this right here, kind of a snapshot overview of San Diego market as a whole. I mean, you still see like pockets like downtown. To give you kind of a reference point, I was just kind of curious about different pockets. And in downtown San Diego, 342 active with 83 pending. So a little bit of a reverse there. So as a whole, we're inventory starved in pockets, maybe not as drastic.
You know what else is interesting, Vinny, is in this month, they released the data from Black Knight, which is not a mythical character. It's actually a data collection. And purchase applications were up 19%. So that means 19% more people are jumping into the market now than last month. That's a lot. And there's no homes for sale.
So you were, well, I mean, we always want to be careful saying no homes for sale. There's properties.
Low amount.
Yeah, I mean, there's always properties for sale. It's just a matter of if they fit your budget, fit your monthly payment. And talking about what's available for you, follow our investor seminar that we're going to have this weekend. But going into that, so what's your percentage? I know last time, I think last week or the week before, you were talking about that you're about 60%, 70% refis, right?
65%.
Refis, right now.
65% refis, which is the total polar opposite. Usually I'm 75% purchase. And right now they were estimating that there was a potential 3 trillion people eligible to refinance homes with the rates where they are right now, which is mind-boggling. That's another Black Knight number. And for those of you out there who are going, everyone's going to foreclose and everything's melting down, this is some data that you actually want to hear. Is forbearance is up at like literally 8.8%. But in the month of July, only 15% of people in forbearance made their payment. That's really big. Like that means 85% of people in forbearance did not make their mortgage payment. And if that's a continuing trend and it continues, and me and you are doing this, you know, week after week, and we keep seeing it continue, that means your foreclosure market will triple, which would only go to 3%. So it's not that much.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, we're inventory starved right now. The market's still going. We're slow to lose inventory. We've all been seeing that there's a projection of the market going down. And it's going to be interesting because we're going to need a massive influx of properties to really hit the market to bring the values down. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how the government and everyone really pushes through this to kind of protect another 2007, 2008.
I don't think we're going to have anywhere close to that. I don't see that happening.
I mean, it's really on how they project it. I mean, if they are blind to it and raise rates and allow basically the foreclosure to happen, then we could have something like that. I mean, but I think they've learned their lesson. Yeah, exactly. I think they learned their lesson. It's going to be a matter of what's going to come out that we don't know about yet.
Well, I mean, shoot.
Because there are going to be grant programs, like I've been talking about. There's going to be grant programs. They're going to want to protect the rates as much as possible. They're going to have to transition into basically the new market.
Well, the new market is, how will you transition out of this? Because think about it. If you think about 6 months ago when the rates were at 3.75, 3.875, and 4%, people were like, oh my God, the rates are so high. It's so much higher. It used to be 3.5. People are not going to recover from this interest rate environment because it will never be the same. It's setting a new normal, almost like social distancing hugs are like this. This is now the interest rate market. People are going to look at it and go, what? My interest rate's not 3%? This is ridiculous. This is a ripoff. You're setting a new standard that I think is going to carry on in the future. It's going to be really interesting. Like, I still look at the amount of what you can buy right now and leverage your money at 3% borrowing rate is amazing. You're not going to get a better ROI on that. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, what I think we'll probably start seeing is that as basically more and more people, have purchased their properties, we'll start seeing agents reduce the listing price on properties to get bidding wars, because we're going to have the shortage of inventory. It's just a matter of once you get the initial influx of people that need to buy and that demand starts slowly going down, that's going to be, I think, where things could possibly change. And also, too, to see people that are going to be short selling and things like that.
And also the digitalization that went on by this COVID, 5 to 7 years in advance, real estate has changed because now people are going, well, I'll just do a virtual tour, or let's have a virtual meeting, or I'm going to go do a virtual listing presentation. I think that ultimately is going to drive the cost of doing real estate down because people are going more and more digital now. I mean, you look at the technology companies, Redfin in particular, amazing technology. And I think you're going to see a lot more people going to tech than you ever have before. Like, you could see the potential in the future. An agent goes into the house and then takes their phone, and the guy goes, well, what are the bedrooms? And the agent goes, oh, let me measure. And they go, and they measure it and they send it to them.
Well, I mean, there's instant pre-approvals. I know some lenders will do that kind of stuff where you basically can do it at the open house, get pre-approved at the open house. Mm-hmm. And I know a couple companies that have that. So, I mean, if you're going digital, it could be like one of those ads like you see on Facebook where all you do is just it automatically populates your stuff in there, push enter, and then now you get all the information. You get to take a look at it. That lender has your information. I mean, it'll be kind of scary where the next step of this digital age goes to.
And we want to be respectful of your time. So just quick update: interest rates, jumbo rates. I still have them at 3 1/8 to 3 1/4. Feel free to check that anywhere else. You're not going to touch it because almost no one's doing it. And then for those of you who are wondering, your 30-year fixed conforming still down at 2.75, unheard of. FHA VA 2.75 and lower. You do have APR and some cost associated with getting the loan, full disclosure. And then the majority of people, like Vinnie was showing, the houses that are basically under 700 and the loan amounts above 510. Your interest rates are still going between 3.1 and 3 1/4. And that's even with 5% down. So still like amazing time to get in the market. And your non-owner stuff is at like 3.5 to 3.6. When are you going to see that on non-owner? You're not.
Yeah. If you're talking about that, if you're looking for investment properties, follow us tomorrow. We're going to have the first time investor seminar. We're hitting that 10-minute mark. So we want to, again, respect your time. Have a great one. Follow us every Monday and Friday. Also, if you need a little pick-me-up, I have a podcast called Road to Growth, all about overcoming adversity. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, people.